It's my birthday! Well, the day I'm filming this is my birthday, not the day that you're watching it. You'll probably be seeing this a week or two after my birthday, but still, I had to film this video because I just wanted to show you the absolutely amazing book haul that I got for my birthday. Happy birthday to me! Birthday drink from Starbucks. Obtained. So I did get some National Book Token vouchers for my birthday. I've actually got 3 different ones. 1 from my family and 2 from friends. 1 from my friend Ree, 1 from my friend Katie. And this is Katie of the monthly Blind Date with a Book Swap fame. If you're not in the UK, you might not know what National Book Tokens are, but it's essentially a scheme that you can get gift cards to that are usable at lots of participating bookstores. So lots of local bookstores will be a part of this. I think Waterstones, which is our version of like a Barnes & Noble, is a part of this. And so you can spend them pretty much anywhere, which makes it nice and flexible. I think my local bookshop accepts them, so I'm really excited to be able to spend with them. And I debated whether I wanted to make this video before or after I've spent those vouchers, but I really don't want to just go and use them up all at once just for the sake of being able to film a video. I do have 3 books in mind that I really want to get with my book tokens. So I really want to get An Absolutely Remarkable Thing and A Beautifully Foolish Endeavor by Hank Green. I read that duology earlier in the year and absolutely loved it. Like maybe in my top 10 favorite books ever. They were so much fun. And then I'd also really like to buy Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. I spent them. I got the Hank Green books, as I said. I also got Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. And I also got Beautiful World, Where Are You by Sally Rooney, which I know is a controversial choice, but I loved it. But anyway, I did not wait until using those vouchers to record this video because frankly, I have enough books to show you even without it. I have received 9 books from friends and family. I had a birthday party over the weekend. One of my best friends, Jim, his birthday was a few weeks ago. And so we had a joint birthday party where we did a murder mystery, which was very fun. I'm gonna insert a really cute clip here of Jim and I blowing out our birthday candles.
To you, happy birthday, dear Jim. Happy birthday to you.
Anyway, that's Jim. He's wonderful. And so we will start with the 3 books that Jim got me. I actually got Jim a book as well. Jim is a bit of a cartographer. He makes a lot of maps for some of the games that his friends run. And so I got him a book that I actually have a copy of. Let me grab it. I got Jim a copy of this book, which is called The Writer's Map, which is essentially a collection of not just fantasy maps, but also writers talking about how they created those maps. He's been having a look through it over the last couple of days and he says it's really great. I actually haven't had much of a look through my own copy, but in terms of what Jim got me, he got me 3 books, all of which were on my want to read list on Goodreads. The first one is Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. And this is like, I think, a sci-fi thriller about a man named Jason who's knocked unconscious, and when he comes back, he's in a completely different life with a new wife and son, and he's trying to figure out if his old life was a dream or if this life is a dream or what's going on. The most helter-skelter race to the finish line thriller you'll read all year. Cool. Then we have Purple Hibiscus by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. I actually haven't read any of Adichie's work. A lot of her stuff has been on my TBR for quite a long time. I think I've even got one of her other books on my shelf. But this one in particular takes place in Nigeria, and it's a coming-of-age story about a young girl who is sort of uncovering family secrets amidst the context of like a military coup. I think this is one of her older books, and I'm really excited to start there. And then we have The Overstory by Richard Powers, which has been really high on my list for a while. It was shortlisted for the Booker in 2018. And I'm going to read you the blurb on this one. It says, an artist inherits 100 years of photographic portraits, all of the same doomed American chestnut tree. A hard-partying undergraduate in the late 1980s electrocutes herself, dies, and is sent back into life by creatures of air and light. A hearing and speech impaired scientist discovers that trees are communicating with one another. An Air Force loadmaster in the Vietnam War is shot out of the sky, then saved by falling into a banyan. This is the story of these and 5 other strangers, each summoned in different ways by the natural world, who are brought together in a last stand to save it from catastrophe. And Ann Patchett describes it as the best novel ever written about trees. and really just one of the best novels, period. So yeah, a bit of like cli-fi, I guess. It's going to be definitely more on the literary end of the spectrum of what I read, but I'm very excited to get stuck into that. On the other end of the spectrum from literary is one that my friend Nori got me, and that is An Absolute Bloody Disaster by Lindsay Clement. And this is a vampire novel about Charlotte who accidentally kills someone in broad daylight. And it kind of sets off this series of conflicts both within the vampire world and with their relationships with the human world. And I think there's a romance subplot as well, so this is going to be really interesting. I think it's going to be really good fun. Then from my dear friend Amy, I have 3 more books. The first one that she got me, if you're not new to this channel, you will have heard me say that the first book that I want to buy when my ban was over is This Is How You Lose the Time War by Amala Motar and Max Gladstone, and she has bought it for me, so thank you so much, Amy. I almost screamed when I saw this. I'm so excited to own this book. It is so good, so beautiful. I like kind of want to reread it immediately, even though I only just read it in March. My TBR would kill me if I did that, but it is so good, and I will be recommending this book until the day that I die. Then we have Bodies from the Library, which is like a collection of short stories, and it has lots and lots of really great writers, some more undiscovered, some really classic, including Agatha Christie. And I really like mysteries in short story form. Like I really like reading, you know, the shorter Sherlock Holmes stories, for example, because I think they're just really bite-sized, and it's really nice when you've just got like a couple of hours of an evening and you just want to read something sort of atmospheric and cozy. And also she tells me that the stories are all like quite bookish, so I'm very excited about that. And then finally we have Earthed by Rebecca Schiller, which, can we just take a moment for how beautiful this cover is? I love it. If you're not new around here, you will have heard me say that I'm kind of on the lookout for a nonfiction or memoir book that's going to teach me like how to start a garden, how to get more in touch with nature, and how to slow down even when I have a brain that is literally incapable of allowing me to slow down. And I've been really struggling to find one such book. Everything that I'm reading is either like painfully boring to get through, or maybe I find some of it inspirational and the rest of it just quite trite or like passing or not really applicable to me. This is a memoir about a woman who starts a homestead and then gets diagnosed with ADHD. So Amy and I are both feeling pretty good that this one's gonna be applicable if nothing else. And then we've got 2 more, which both were gifted to me by my lovely husband, Alex. And these are Afterlight editions of 2 books that I have already read and loved. And the first one is The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren, which I didn't own a physical copy of. I now have The True Love Experiment, which is the sequel, which just came out recently, but I had done this one on audio, and so I didn't have a physical copy. And this one's great. It came with like a little poster of the cover, and it's got the sprayed edges as well, or spreages if you're in the know. And then the other one is the Afterlight edition of Happy Place, which doesn't look that different from the main hardback, other than the fact that it's got this sort of gold foil on it. And it also has the spreages, but it also is physically signed by the author. That is not a printed signature. That is a physical signature. I thought it was gonna be a printed signature. This is my most valuable possession now. If you're not new here, you already know this is an Emily Henry Stan account. Which brings me to the last thing I want to share, which is that Emily Henry just gave me the best possible birthday gift and announced her next book, which sounds so good. It's called Funny Story. It is a forced proximity, fake dating, absolute romp from the sound of it. And I am so excited. I immediately pre-ordered it. Best possible birthday gift. Thank you, Emily. So there you have it. Those are the books that I got for my birthday. Thank you all for watching my little book haul with me. I don't really do haul videos because I'm on a book buying ban this whole year, but it's nice to be able to have some new stuff to show off. One of my next videos is actually going to be an unhaul because all these bookshelves behind me that are overstuffed with books that I've read and didn't like, haven't read and don't think that I will read, or have read, maybe I like them, but I don't think I will ever reread them. Those have got to go. Obviously there's a lot there that will stay there, but there is a lot of fat to be trimmed. So if you're not already, be sure to hit subscribe so that you can come along for my unhaul journey with me. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.